Alright, so I struggled with finding any information on how to replace the fuel pump resistor. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what worked for me on my 2000 Pontiac Grand Prix GTP. Now, I don't know if they moved it other places for other years, but this is what works for my 2000. So this is the replacement. This is, I guess, what it looks like. Online, or from what I've gathered, you'll have to get into the fender. It's tucked in there somewhere down in there, and that seems like a pain in the ass. So what worked for me is you have this cable, should be right by your battery. Now you can take the battery out if you want, but you might be able to just do it without that. I already unplugged the other side, but you're essentially going to have this here, and it's going to be on the inside of this lip right here, and that clip's going to be attached basically like that on that lip. That's what your old one's going to be. And then yeah, this is what plugs into it. Really all you got to do is fucking take your new one and plug it in, and then you can set it really anywhere. I mean, the length lets you put it anywhere. I'm just gonna put it right here. Fuck it, you know. If you do struggle with moving it, you have a tiny little, can't get a good angle of it, but there's a tiny little hole. You can kind of see it where my laser's at right there. There's a tiny little hole that holds a little plastic bracket that holds the other side of the wires, kind of something like that. If you're struggling with getting a hold of that connector, I don't know, just take some little pliers down there and break that little tab off that's on that little hole down there. Again, hard to see, but yeah, I mean, it will make sense once you're looking at it. But here's another angle of that cable. You know, it comes out of that harness there. I don't know why it was so difficult to find information on this. I thought this would be a big problem to replace, but hey, you can see that hole there. It was actually you cheated a little bit. It's pretty straightforward to replace. You know, I was for the longest time bending the pin in here. I'm sure if you run into this issue, you've already seen tutorials on how to do that, but that's what I did, and it's working. So, you know, I go the extra mile for some, I don't know, location that doesn't make any sense. I've heard these fail a lot, so this will just save you in the long run.